Good morning. This is 21 days of releasing resistance to anything good. I am your host, Laura V, and I invite you to practice with me. This is a 21-day series of practicing releasing resistance to anything good by using vagal exercises, somatic exercises, tapping, and energy movement. And today is day 20 of the 21 days. It is the 20th of December. We are almost done with this 21-day practice. Once again, I am not where I thought I would be, and I've seen some progress. I've seen some stuff, and I think it will take a few weeks to see like where this takes me. I think is where I'm at with this. So today I'm just going to be real because this is our second to last day, and I've had some really powerful releases and some really great experiences. And I've also had a lot of struggles and walls. Today, yeah, just dealing with disappointment, dealing with some conflict, dealing with stuff that's all coming up for me. And we have an issue with the house, and I'm like, well, my dad built this house and my dad wired to this house, and the kitchen light isn't working. And I said, my dad would have pulled the light fixture apart and looked at the wiring, and my husband refuses to do that. No, he wants to use his voltmeter to measure the. I don't know what the hell he thinks he's doing, but he said, "I'm not your dad." I'm like, "Oh my God, you're not. You're not." That's true. And then I realized I have to look at that and examine that. Interesting. So, you know, I realized today I did a little going deep today. I was practicing what I'm going to be doing tomorrow in my winter solstice ceremony, and I went deep within, and I brought my questions and my fears, and it was like, nope, we're not going to address the human. You're just going to be in this space. And I connected with the pulse of the earth and of the Great Mother, and I just sat there and sat in the stillness and connected with my higher self, with my soul. And then this idea about trust came through. The sun is breaking through right at this moment, which is interesting. And yeah, I realized my trust in receiving good has been eroded, like significantly eroded since I've been married. I've been married for over 25 years. And life has been hard, and it's been hard to see good a lot. There have been little peaks in there, but it's been just a lot of hard and heavy. That's been my life. And it's like, is can I trust good to even show up in my life? Am I able to trust that? Am I able to see good? Now, can I see good in my life if I look back at things? Yes. But there's a lot in front of my face that says good is not here, and it's not possible to experience it, and it's not possible to find it. It's like, interesting. So I'm gonna do some tapping and see where that takes me. Because it's one thing. I've been I went to a Abraham-Hicks event back in the end of September, and I dug into the Sarah books, and I could see the promise, but I couldn't see the fulfillment of the promise. It's like there's just a lot in the way. Sometimes I could really feel the good, and good things have shown up, I think. I'm gonna have to really look into this, like really sit down with this and be honest with myself and be like, okay, can I see evidence of good in my life? If so, I need to write that down so that I don't forget when things look hard and feel heavy. And, I tried doing my vagal toning exercise and the yawn didn't come. Interesting. So, like I said, I'm just being real today. This is where I'm at. This is what I'm experiencing. Doing this 21 days thing has been hard for me. It's been a lot for me. But I'm here and I'm showing up and I'm being real. So some of you may resonate with this, some of you may not, and I'm going to be okay with that. So, all right, let's practice. Breathing in and out from the heart space, softening the jaw, softening the eyes, waiting for the yawn. Well, there it is. Okay. Alrighty. I'm waiting for a sigh or a swallow. Just a swallow. I'm feeling a calm in my chest, a relaxing in my body. Relaxing but not collapsing, which is good to know. Here's another yawn. All right, let's tap. I'm going to take off my glasses just because it's easier to get to the tapping points. So that means I have to rub my eyes for a minute. All right, here we go. So, even though I'm resisting receiving good or acknowledging good in my life, I completely love and accept myself. Even though I am resisting receiving good or acknowledging it in my life, I completely and deeply love and accept myself. Even though I am resisting receiving good or acknowledging that there's good in my life, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. I'm finding it hard to trust that I can receive good. That doubt is because the things that I feel that I want aren't present in my life. And also, there are things that are present in my life that don't feel good at all. And so I'm in this place of mistrust, doubting that I can receive good, doubting that there's anything good in my life at the moment, and being okay with that and letting that just be present right now. Because it's my experience, and I'm going to honor that. I know that in the human experience, it can feel hard sometimes. But I've also seen for others that they are able to experience good, that there is ease in their day, that there is joy in their day, that they can honestly and truthfully say, I've had a good life. And I would like to be able to say that too. Now I know that outward circumstances are not the way to measure good in my life, that it's an emotional state that I can have no matter what's happening in my life. And also knowing that as I really lean into that emotional state, it changes the outward state. When I can feel truly happy, when I can feel good and connect with that feeling of good, then I can see the good in my life. And when I do that, the good grows. The doubt diminishes. The conflict diminishes. And now the sun's coming out again. And I can feel and see good in my life. It's there, just waiting for me to see it. If I tuned into God or my higher self right now, they'd say, all is well. Because truly it is. So what makes things feel like it's not so good? Well, conflict in my relationships, things breaking, efforts to do something don't yield the results that I would like to see. And all of that convinces me or makes me really feel that it's hard to have any good in my life. There doesn't seem to be much good in my life because there's all this other that doesn't feel good. But what if the way to see more good in my life is to connect with the feeling of good and to tune into things that make me feel good, memories, but even there might be something right here, right now that feels good. What if I focused on that? What if I focused on feeling the good and looking for good in my life right here, right now? Would I see good? Oh, I'm sure I would. Would I feel good? I'm sure I would. I could even choose to do something today that feels really good. And that would grow my belief that there's good in my life. And when I can see the good that's already present in my life, that opens the door to experience more good, to bring more good into my life, to resolve conflict, to resolve lack, to resolve um, these feelings of not good. And then maybe I could say, I do trust that good can come into my life. I'm going to take a moment and feel into my heart space. Can I trust good to come into my life? Do I feel more hope, more trust, more faith that I can experience good in my life? That I can have a good life? Yeah, maybe so. Maybe so. Hmm. So I'm going to sit with that. You're welcome to repeat after me. Spirit that I am, divine allies, please make me aware of the good that's present right here, right now, and help me receive more of that good to the greatest extent that serves highest good, this or something better. Thank you. And then relax. Allow. Receive. Hmm. 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 Alrighty. I'm gonna give this a try and see what comes today. And I am gonna sit down and take a few moments to write down the good that I can see in my life right now. That will help build up this trust that good is in my life and more good can come into my life. And things can work out for good. Yeah. And then, I was thinking as I was leaning into this, I'm feeling more expansive, feeling more open, which is great. And the 21 days ends tomorrow. And if you'd like to join me in my winter solstice ceremony, we're just, uh, we're gonna go deep. What does deep mean? It's not like, let's just talk about that for a second. What does deep mean? Deep doesn't mean going into fear, going into trauma, going into something hard and heavy. But it does mean shutting out the world for a moment. It means being willing to be present with what's there. I actually did an exercise with someone yesterday. She wasn't experienced with energy. This wasn't something she did on a regular basis. But she was able to connect with a presence. And she was able to feel that the presence was nurturing. And as we sat there, we connected with more and more of what this energy was, and it became more present and more real. And that's the point of going deep into what's real, going into what's true, and letting the stuff, the conflict, the human mixed emotional stuff just be set to the side for a moment and just be in an energy of compassion and love and truth, and releasing the resistance that comes up, because it does. And it's not hard. You just let it move through you, because the energy you're connecting with does all the work. You just witnessing it, you're being present with it. And then more and more of the good, more and more of this presence that's eternal and is what's really true and real becomes more and more present. And then you perceive light and you become filled with light. And it's a beautiful practice and it's a beautiful experience. And the other thing is, I don't say, okay, you're going to feel this now, you're going to feel that now. No, 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 no. I'm simply opening up the space for you to have the experience that your higher self has for you to experience. I don't impose anything. I just create a space for connection to happen. And you can go as deep as you want to. Some of us will go really deep, some of us won't, and that's okay. It's all good. It's all exactly as it's supposed to be. Exactly. And it's all good. So if you'd like to experience that, come join me. Send me an email saying, hey, I'd like to come. What do I do? And then I'll give you the next steps. Yeah. All right. I will see you tomorrow for day 21. Oh boy. All right. Bye bye.